Hey everybody, welcome to Red Bridge Farm video. So I am Brad Murphy, my wife and I own Red Bridge Farm, and I am thrilled to talk with you about our Bridge Club. So we created this to be a tool for you and hopefully something that helps you keep track of things a little bit better in our crazy lifestyle that we have here. And you get to earn some cool stuff and hopefully even help us even on our end with making good, fresh, quality feed for you and your family. So let's check it out and I'll lead you through all the different things of Bridge Club and what it can do for you and how to use it. So, all right, as we get into here, you're going to sign in. If you happen to be working at a feed store as well as having your own farm or hobby farm, backyard chickens, whatever, you can have dual accounts with this. So I am going to track my own club account. So we're going to go into Joe Snuffy's company right here. So it's going to pop up, and this is all set for mobile friendly, but because we are recording this on my computer, is going to look a little bit funny because of it's on my big screen here. So anyway, when you get into here, it is loaded into the dashboard first. So right at the top, you can see all of our header gives you a little greeting. It starts this right here. So this should be a pretty cool concept. So you buy 10 bags, your 11th is free. So any of our Red Bridge bags, Tiny Dinosaur feed bags, any of those, you buy 10, the 11th is free. You don't have to buy 10 of layer and 10 of goat, 10 of sheep. It's 10 of any of them. So mix and match, build it out, and buy 10, get the 11th free. So it will keep track of it on here for you as you go, and I'll get into how that works here in just a little bit. And then below it, you're going to see your feed status. So this pops up and helps you understand how far out you are from needing to get more feed, because how often have you had your kids not tell you that you are running out of feed and you needed to get some, or you forgot yourself. I have done that plenty of times. So this just helps keep track of things a little bit better for us. And then below that we have our weather. So this I built for more, not so much for you, but more for you to track your animals. And so it is going to have prompts specific for your animals that you build down here in your animal section. And so if we open it up, it's going to load the details and it's going to give you a full forecast. And so if there's some really inclement weather coming in, that is not going to be favorable for the animals. It's going to give you alerts about that. It also will send you National Weather Service alerts and help you to be ready for whatever that is bringing with your animals. So if you're new into the chicken world, or you have a bunch of different animals out there for a homestead, whatever it is, this will help you keep an eye on things and watch for issues that might pop up with your animals. So let's go ahead and close that down. Feed calculator. This one's fun. I used this when we went on Christmas break and it worked really, really good and was really exciting. So you can do the quick calc, which pops up if you want to just do a quick thing for animals. Not going to get into that one. That's not so much the cool part. The cool part is the trip planner. And so when you build your farm out with all your animals down here, it will then, and you track your bins, what we call your feed bins, then it knows how much feed you need. So if you're going to be on a trip, in this instance, we'll just leave it at 14 days. It's going to look at your bins and say, you're fine with Gus, your cat is plenty fine, but your layer bin, that one, we'll only have about 3 days, so you need 119 pounds of feed to get you through those 14 days. And all this is based off of data that you put into the app. So then you can build your shopping list, and it's going to pop it up. If there's multiple items here, it'd have them all lined out to tell you what you need to buy. So you don't have to sit there and go, well, how much are we really going to need? And then you're sending your neighbor over here to get food from the store, and they're earning their free bag of feed because they put it on their tab and not on yours. So anyway, this helps you make sure that you are going to get your animals completely covered. So really cool little tool right there. As you continue down, you can scan your receipt in here. Your store should be doing this on their end when you check out. In case you got missed, you can scan it in and it will still log for you. So that's the cool part. Receipts can only ever be scanned once. They get a fingerprint added to them, so they cannot be duplicated or passed around and used over and over again. That's protection for us to make sure that we don't have any issues from anybody. And so if the store scanned it in, it will not scan in at home. Purchases. So in here, you can see any purchases. All these are going to be listed out inside of here. So you'll know exactly what you bought all the way through. We go back and I'll get to Farm Challenge here in just a second. Resources. We go into this one. This is where you can go to find some different tools that we've built for you. So flock health assessment. This one's kind of fun because it helps you to assess different issues that you might be coming through. Keep in mind, this is a guide. So this does not replace your vet or going to get some real help from that. This is just is this an issue or isn't this an issue, and gives you some different ideas of stuff. So like for instance, if I'm going to say, we'll just do that, and they're 24 weeks old, and I don't know, I got a flock of 20, we'll just put it that way. Check symptoms, and it's going to give you a whole different readout of different things to be aware of. Keep in mind, we have it so it's telling you the things up on top that are most likely. So just because I don't want you to scroll straight to the bottom and go, oh my goodness, this is crazy, contagious. No, these are just things that could be potential out there. 99% of the time, it's going to be up in here. These kind of common concepts that involve issues with the birds. So it's pretty rare for us to get into this stuff, but we wanted to list it so that you could be aware of different things to look for in case there is something on your in your flock there. So all right, let's go back. You can also, if you're curious, I see this one all the time on Facebook, people asking what killed my chicken. And so we built a smart system in here. So you can take what kind of animal it was, you can upload photos of the area, and then our AI will assess that and give you feedback on what happened. So I don't have any pictures to upload, so we'll just go to the next one. And so if you don't have pictures, you can just go in here and say, oh, okay, head was missing. Let's see. Let's see, it was partially eaten and abandoned, and feathers scattered widely. We'll skip this one. It was at nighttime, and we'll say an enclosed run, and then you put it in, and how many animals were lost, we'll just say 1. Identify the predator. Who'd have thunk it was an owl. And so it's going to give you a picture of the owl and talk to you about different ways of which you can overcome that predator. And so then it also gives you some other considerations as you go through to kind of look through them. So, if it's a raccoon, it'll give you some ideas there. possum, eagle. Based on the parameters of which you put into the system is what it's going to look at against our different factors there. So, all right, let's go ahead and back out and come back to the front. So, also in resources, we do have our folder video tutorials. We're going to be building this out more and more. So this is coming in off of our YouTube channel of different things to help you get started, and that's actually where this video lives. So once I finish editing it, there will be a 1 there. So let's back up. And so when you first created your account, you linked with a store. If you didn't link with the store, you can do that right here. But this is where your store is likely where you scan the app to then find, or scan the QR code to find this app. So if you click on this, it'll take you to driving directions to them. And then we got our little tip from Hank down here. This is rotating, just a rotating notes for you to kind of get some different ideas on there. Then we have leave a comment, suggestions. So on this one, bug report is not bugs in our feed, but rather if you have bugs in this app, please let me know so I can get them fixed really quick. And then just your email, what's your message. But if you have any of these other things that you want to also tell us, we're happy to work through them with you. We want to make sure that you have access to us to help get problems solved. So, okay, so then from there, like I said, we'll come back to Farm Challenge. So animals down here in the middle, you're going to load your animals. So you can add all kinds of different animals in here and what all they have, or what age they are, how big they are, how many of them you have. And you can do not just livestock, but you can do dogs and cats. So if you have, we don't make feed for dogs and cats, but we know many of you have them, and so we want to make sure that you can track them in here as well. So pick how big they are, name them if you want, put their life stages, their weight, activity level, body condition, and it's going to give you an estimate. Now keep in mind, this is an estimate. This does not, if you're not feeding your dog this much, then there's an easy way of fixing what it's thinking about. And so once you have your farm built, then you can come over into the feed section. And this is where you get to create bins. So if you click on create a new bin, you're going to say, what do I want to create? I'm going to create a dog bin, and you can call it whatever you want. Let's go with Snuff Dog. Ooh, apparently caps lock is on. Sounds good. Run with it. We're going to create bin, and now it pops up down here. And click on that, and you can say, look at it and put level of food in there. You can link an animal. If it's already yellowed, that means it's already been added, and it tells you what bin it's in right there. So Gus is already in a bin, so we can't add him into here. You can add feed. We have a bunch of different feeds in here. If there's one specific that you'd like me to add, shoot me a comment and we can get that added. If you don't see it, you can also hit other, type in what it is, how big the bag is, and you can add it in that way. That's for your initial one. When you check out at the store, you scan in your receipt, and your receipt will then be able to be auto-loaded into these bins to help you keep track. So rather than having to go in here every single time and say, I'm going to load this in, it's going to allow you to have that loaded in when you scan that receipt in. So again, going back in here, so this is one, you can see I got chickens in here. It tells me how many days remaining with this. you can set custom, so you can come in and say if they're eating more or less, or your dog eats differently, you can set your own amount. Type in however many cups, pounds, ounces, whatever into this and save it. And then it will recalculate, so it's keeping track. So you can really fine tune your consumptions for your animals directly that way. This will alert you 7 days before you run out, and then it will alert you again 3 days before you ran out. So it will send you an email, and from Laura. Laura is our AI, and she's going to be watching your animals to make sure that they never run out of food and always have good fresh food in the house. So if you see an email from Laura, that is our AI assistant that we built to help you keep track of everything. So when you go into the store, you're going to have your Bridge Club card that they scan in. So this is what you scan. So let's go ahead and take a look at an interaction inside the store and how that plays out.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. I see you have dog food and layer food today.
Yep.
Are you a Bridge Club member with us?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, good. So you have your QR code. Let me scan that before we check you out today. All right, I got it. Thank you. Okay, Joe, I also see that you're a little low on your horse feed. Are you good on that
I'm
today?
good for right now. I'll probably have to come in a couple days.
Okay, that sounds good. So let me get this into the system here. And we'll have you scan your card. All right, it'll be
Ready?
56.55,
Okay.
please. Okay, perfect. And the last thing is I will get your receipt for you. And I'm gonna go ahead and scan that in. It helps us keep track of what you've purchased. It'll help you know when you need to get more feed in the
So
future.
you're gonna put this into my bins?
Yes, would you like me to add that to your bin so
yeah,
we
'cause
can
it
keep
makes
track
it
in the
handy.
system?
Yeah.
All right, I will do that. So here's your receipt. You're good to go.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, so as you saw there, Joe was able to pick up his feed, scan his stuff in, and now have that locked in for his animals. So it's all got uploaded into his feed bins, and Joe headed out and now was another bag closer to his freebie. Under profile, over on this side, you can upload a picture if you want. This is great. This just helps us to know who you are a little more. So always fun to see you. And you have your member code, when you became a member, what your home store is, and all these different information. And then we got the legal stuff down here if you want to read through that again. Back to home. All right, in this section, let's get into this. So farm challenge. This is one that we really wanted to make a lot of fun for you, whether you have 4 birds in your backyard or you're doing a homestead and you have 3 pigs, 2 goats, a cow, 40 chickens, all that kind of stuff. This is a way for you to essentially learn more about your own farm. So by logging information, you get to gain data about your animals and what kind of progress they're making. And that helps us on our end make sure our feed is performing the way that we expect it to. And so this is our ability to crowdsource how our feed is actually working. Not something out of a lab, not something that somebody conjured up or anything like that. It is grabbing actual factual data. And because you're putting in some work to do that, you get to gain points as you go through it. And as you log different events, it's going to earn you money back. And that gets paid out through purchases of Redbridge feed. Can't be used with other stuff, dog food, cat food, but it uses with when you buy more of our feed from us. So, so this gives you a little bit about the logging rules. and streak bonuses. So the more you log, the more consistently you log, I should say, the more you get to earn all in all. So basically, if you logged eggs every single day for an entire month, you would get about a $5 discount at the end of the month, to kind of give you an idea on that. So each point is a penny, is essentially how that works out. Again, so you keep rolling forward. Consistency matters. We want to see consistency. I don't want to see numbers that are all over the board. That doesn't really help us any, but if we can see you logging each day, even if your chickens don't actually have any laying that day, if it was a 0, put a 0. That's still a log and helps us to understand what happened with your birds or your cows or your sheep or your pigs. So you can even put in like harvest weights on here. So if you have a 4-H kid that needs to log weights and everything else, put it in here. Have them log it, have them keep track of it, and it will help us all understand how everything actually worked. So this is just a little disclaimer saying you want to participate with us. You click on that and then it will take you in and walk you through how to actually log each day. So I'll close out of that one. That is Bridge Club. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing how your farms progress and learning more about your animals as you take part in the farm challenge. And really, if you have any questions, any issues, hit us up, send us an email through the system on here and let us know. We are more than happy to reach out and talk with you about different stuff. If you got questions about your animals, any of that kind of stuff, let us know and we can be an assist out here. So hopefully this app really works well for you. If you do have a thought of something that would be cool to add, or something, a way to track something better, or something that works better for you, let me know, shoot me a text, and I'll see if I can't add something in there. But looking forward to hearing from whatever you got out there, and thanks for feeding Redbridge.